Ah, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about this thing real quick. Wonder Woman 84, and we finally have an official release date. I should have made this video yesterday, but I think I actually saw the news last night, and I was in bed, so I was not about to hop out the bed to go make a video about this. So it waited until today, but we're here. So if you guys haven't heard by now, most of you guys have. I posted this on my community tab. But Wonder Woman 84, Wonder Woman 1984 is officially releasing on HBO Max December 25th, as well as the movie theaters. Now I'm seeing people talking about the whole subject about this is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? I see some people made some videos about this. I saw actually the Real Rejects had it good news or bad news. You know, Grace Randolph, she's always talking about this stuff. She is talking about it being a game changer. So I'm just going to add my opinion to this whole thing. I didn't see either of those two people's videos. I didn't see their videos on the subject, so I don't know what they said. But I figured everyone's talking about it, so let me just share my piece on what my thoughts are on this. Now, if you guys haven't seen my videos about this when it got delayed again for like the fourth time a couple months ago, I made a video discussing that. And I feel like WB was listening to a lot of us. I don't know if they necessarily saw my video, but a lot of people talked about this. And this is one of the things that I stressed so much at that time, was that I think that it would be advantageous for the company to release the film both at home, like on HBO Max, which is what they did, and in the theaters. And my whole reasoning behind that, and for supporting that, or kind of like saying that I really want this to happen, was the fact that there's still a pandemic going on. All right, I'm quarantined right now. I'm on my last day of quarantine right now because I was in contact with somebody in my family that was exposed, that tested positive for COVID. Everybody's good. I'm good. We're all in our last day of quarantine. But this thing is real, man. Like, this thing is not a joke, right? So, people are out here quarantined for the pandemic. And like I said, where I'm concerned, don't worry. Everybody in my family is fine. I'm fine. Everybody's good. We good. I was a little bit sick earlier on, but we're good. Everybody good. We Gucci. But unfortunately, other people are not that lucky. Not everybody's that lucky to kind of just walk away from this thing like that. So my whole point with this whole thing was like, you know what? I don't think it's safe for people to be going out. Some people have been going to the theaters and they've been fine. Some people have been going, and then some other people went to the theaters and weren't as lucky. So for those who don't want to risk going to the movie theaters and they want to, just stay at home and be safe and limit how much times they go out, this is a great option because they get to watch the movie at home. And for those who want to go, and for those who want to risk going to the movie theaters, they can step out and they can go to the movie theaters and go watch the movie for those who want to risk it. So that's my whole thing about it. I think that's a great idea, especially with the times that we're in right now, this uncertain time. They're talking about vaccines and things like that right now, but it's still uncertain. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know where this thing is going. So I believe that this is one of the best options right now, personally, for people to really take advantage of. Especially for companies. Just bit my lip. Especially for companies to take advantage of. Now, there's some questions and some problems that people talk about, like, okay, what about Mulan? Are they going to do the pro premiere access thing where they got to pay extra money for it and the whole extra $30? No. If you're going on HBO Max and you're an HBO Max subscriber, there's no additional cost to you. Obviously, if you're signing up, you have to pay the $15, or I'm not sure if you will have access to the movie with a free trial. That's something that you guys can try. Because you can do the free trial and so you can see it. I don't know if that works, but some people are saying that the company might lose money. There's no loss there. Some people say, okay, there's the issue of piracy as well, like going on to those free movie websites or torrents or whatever and watching the movie for free. I'm a patron of the arts. I love supporting the movie industry and the music industry when I can from time to time, and I always do it as much. I always do it. I got Netflix. I pay for Netflix. I pay for HBO Max every month. I pay for Hulu every month. I get a part of the Disney Plus package. I pay for Disney Plus. I pay for Crunchyroll, VRV. What else I pay for, man? YouTube TV, because I don't do cable, but YouTube TV. I got that, Philo, Sling. Those are all different things that I'm a subscriber to. So I put money into this industry to watch it. So I do believe that it's advantageous, that you should support these films, because if you support them, and they're making money, but the more support that they get, the more money they get, the more they can make more movies for us to enjoy. And there's a big debate about that whole thing. But yes, the movie's gonna be online for free. People are you can't really stop or slow down piracy. Unfortunately, there's always going to be a way for somebody to get the movie for free, to watch it for free. There's going to be somebody, even if it's bootleg, they're going to be like, you know what, man? I don't want to pay $15 to watch this movie. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sign up to become an HBO Max member just for one movie. I'm going to watch it for free. I'm going to go to this.com or yada yada or xyxy.com or whatever. Yada yada xyz. I'm not going to see any sites. But there are people that are like that and that are going to do that because they either have no money to do that or things like that. Even before this option was available, people would still go to those websites to watch those cam versions and all that kind of stuff like that. So I really don't think that's too much of a big issue, because yes, it's also releasing in theaters as well for people to go to the movies and enjoy it if they want to risk it. Me, my uncle, I'm gonna be by my family for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Family get together and stuff like that, as long as we are allowed to, because, there's a lot of lockdowns and stuff going on. But once I'm there, man, my family, we got like a big 70-inch TV, 4K. We finna just sit down on Christmas Day and watch the movie at home. All right? Watch the movie at home. And it's great for somebody like my grandfather, because my grandfather is somebody who loves DC Comics. He loves superhero movies. He loves all these movies, and he's the one that got me into being this huge nerd that I am. He's the one that first gave me that introduction. He gave me my first comic book, Spider-Man, because he used to read a lot of Batman comics, but a lot of Spider-Man comics back in the 50s, 60s. So that was his life, and he passed that on to me. So anytime I took him to see Dark Knight Rises, I took him to see all the Batman movies in the theaters. I took him to see BVS. I took him to see Man of Steel. Took him to see Avengers. Took him to see all of that. Winter Soldier. And every year, that was kind of like a tradition. It's kind of like a tradition for us. Every year a new superhero movie comes out, I take my grandfather to the theaters and we go watch the movie. That's something that we did for a very long time. So for me, I'm personally looking forward to, because he's older, so I don't want to risk going to the theaters with him, going out like that. So it's advantageous to me that I can, sit down in the comfort of my home with my grandfather and watch a movie that we both were looking forward to seeing, because I took him to also see Wonder Woman. We both equally love Wonder Woman. We love Gal. We love seeing her work as Wonder Woman. So we were both looking forward to this movie. So to be able to go in, to just log into HBO Max, sit down in the couch, comfort of our home, without being exposed to anybody, is just a great advantage. And I think a lot of people would find that really awesome. Now, there's also this other debate where some people will say, you know what, this movie deserves to be seen on the big screen. Well, that's why they're releasing it in the theaters as well. Even Gal, when she made a statement about the movie, she actually was trying to encourage people to go out to the theaters. She said they do a good job cleaning it up and making sure it's safe. I'm too sus about that. I'm personally too sus about that whole thing. I don't really want to take the risk to do that. I personally just have not been to the theater since some of them has been open, and then some of them around me closed down again. Not risking it. All right, I live in a tri-state. Too much cases. I ain't risking it. So I personally do not feel safe and comfortable going back out to the movies. Other people do, and that's fine. And that's why I think Warner Media, AT&T, WB made a good decision here by releasing this both at home and in the theaters. Pick your poison. Not really pick your poison, but just choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to go see it on the big screen, watch it in IMAX, go for it. You do you go do that. My behind is going to stay home, watch this thing in 4K. That's it. I'm good with that. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on the whole thing, guys. I don't really think it's good or bad. I don't think it's good or bad. I think it's progressive, and I think it's adaptive. I think the company's finding a great way to adapt to the times. oh, and I've been preaching this since the beginning. Release the movie in theaters that are applicable, theaters that can do uh that can do it, that are safe enough, have the laws and the rules in place, but also release it at home. And even if you release it at home for a limited time, that's also a good option too. Like, okay, well, it'll only be at home for a week, or it'll only be on video on demand for a month. Those are options that you can do as well. Um, so I think this is really progressive. Is moving forward. Is finding a way to adapt to the times, because we got to find a way to live. We have to find a way to exist and to continue about our lives. Because there's a lot of things, nobody's really helping you during this time right now. So it's really a struggle and it's tough for everybody. So we got to do what we got to do. And the movie industry, they got to do what they got to do too. So I think this is a great step forward, and I hope other studios follow suit. I personally think and hope that other studios, like Disney is doing this for Soul. They're releasing it on Disney Plus within the next few weeks, I believe. So keep on doing that, man. Like, release it at home and release it in theaters as well for those who want to see that. And I think they did that for Bill and Ted, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it's a good idea. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions about this whole thing in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Clockmaster out.